My name is Wendell, and I've been told that I'm the favorite son-in-law. There's a joke to that, but I'm speaking on behalf of my wife, Ulpu, and this is what she writes. Dad was always Mr. Fix-Up to me. As far back as we can remember, he'd always be tinkering with something. We would be in the middle of a meal, and Mom would mention that the vacuum wasn't working, and Dad would jump up and right away fix it. And he even taught her how to fix her plumbing over the phone. Dad also loved fish. He loved fishing. He loved smoking fish. He loved eating fish. Every time he came to visit us in the Okanagan, he brought his fishing gear, and he and the grandchildren would go fishing. Whenever we drive past Yellow Lake on the Hope Princeton Highway, our kids always point out that there's Papa's favorite fishing lake. The morning that Dad died, my children were all drawing pictures for their Papa and fishing in a boat. Larissa drew hers with Jesus in the boat with Papa. As I sat there, I reminded them of the story in the Bible about Jesus being in the boat with us, with his disciples. Jesus was asleep and the storm arose. Disciples became afraid and thought they would be drowned, so in panic they woke Jesus. However, they did not need to be afraid because Jesus was in the boat. He said, "Peace, be still," and the storm quieted down. Little did I know that at that very moment, Dad began his last struggle in his life. He was about to enter his reward in heaven. He didn't fear because Jesus was in the boat, nor were we afraid, because Jesus is in the boat with us too. Likewise for everyone in all the struggles we face today. If we put our trust in him, Jesus will be there to bring peace to us through the storm. Throughout this time of Dad's illness, we've been awed by the truth of God's word in Philippians 4, 6, and 7, where he says that he gives us peace that passes all understanding. And we are so thankful for all that God has done. So whenever you think of my dad, remember that he has peace in his heart. He has peace with God and peace in his family. Remember, too, that Jesus is in the boat. We love him and we miss him, but we know that we will see him one day in heaven. I'm going to read to you Philippians 4, 6, and 7. It says, "Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank him for all that he has done. If you do this, you will experience God's peace, which is far more wonderful than the human mind can understand." For me, being fairly simple, I like things to be simple, and I looked up that verse in the Message, and it says, "Don't fret or worry. Instead of worrying, pray. Let petitions and praises shape your worries into prayers, letting God know your concerns before you know it, a sense of God's wholeness, everything coming together for God's will. Come and settle you down." It's wonderful what happens when Christ displaces worry at the center of your life. And to me, that's real peace.